I would like to show some interesting cases in the topic of power. So 5x squared versus 5x squared. How to understand? What's the difference between them? When we say 5x squared, we mean 5x times 5x. When we say 5x squared, we mean 5 times x and times x. So, which here means 5 times, this is x squared, right? That's where from it's coming 5x squared. In this case, we are just getting back 5x because 5x to 5x, we are getting 5x to power 2. So base for this case, base is equal 5x. Here base is equal x. Okay, well, let's solve example for x is equal 3. Let me pick some different color. This color. X is equal 3. What do we get? 5 times 3 to power 2. We are getting 55 times 3 is 15 to power 2, and that is 225. And in the case of 5x, 5 times x to power 2, we are going to get 5 times, for the same x is equal 3 obviously, we are getting 5 times 3 to power 2. Well, as you know, first come power in the order of operation. First come power and then multiplication. So we'll do 5 times this 3 to power 2 is equal 9. So we get 45. Look what the difference parentheses make. So this is 225, this is 45. Okay, let's move to next case. So negative 5 to power 2 versus negative 5 squared. So here we deal with negative 5 times negative 5. Yes? And the result is going to be positive 25. In this case, we have negative 1 times 5 times 5. So every time when you have, let's say, negative 3, for example, or okay, let me take in general format the negative x. That's the same thing, negative 1 times x. And if we have negative x squared, it's going to be negative 1 times x squared. So it's negative, we always understand there's a negative 1 times, so it's going to be the same thing. So back to our problem. So negative 1 times 5 times 5, it's going to be negative 25. Look at the difference, 25 and negative 25. Okay, so now let's solve interesting cases based on what I explained. 5 squared, just in case if you are wondering why I stuck with 5, it's just so you can see with this when you use same number, you better see the difference. So 5 squared minus negative 5 squared. Okay, and here I have 5 squared, oops, 5 squared minus negative 5 squared. Well, let's solve it. 5 squared is 25 minus, how much do we have? Negative 5 squared. We already learned from this case. Yes, it's equal positive 25. So we write down here minus 25. And we are getting 0. Now let's solve here. 5 squared is 25. Now minus, since we have negative 5 to power 2, so that is going to be, we already showed it, negative 25, right? So it's going to be minus negative 25. And as a result, we get 25 plus 25. And the answer is going to be 15. Okie dokie.